Happy evening, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Rajanta. Today we are going to discuss on file handling. Okay, so how to handle a file? Of course, till now what we have discussed, till now we have discussed about the datas we have just received or we have assigned and defined. That is what we have discussed till now, and I just give you a small recap what we have just discussed on. Yes, dear friends, so till now what we have just done, we have just assigned us like a is equal to as a string, or we have just made it b is equal to something as like an integer or a float variable. So this one we have just done previously, and we have also assigned a value from the input the input prompt received by the user dynamically. That is also we have just made it, but now we have to work on a huge data. Yes, of course, huge size of data. And in that sense, we are just going to discuss on different types of data files and how to handle that and how to make use of that. Okay, so first of all, let me just have as like a file, and today we are just going to discuss on to that files in what are all the formats. Of course, you can just make use of text data, and you can just have a binary data, you can have a JSON file, you can have a CSV file, you can have an XLS file. Okay, so in such a case, what are all the exact mode we are just going to follow is, by using the Python, we are going to import each and every file, and there is a particular file processing things is there, and we are just going to handle that. Okay, and in such a case, kindly just observe, dear friends, and what we are going to do, that is, we are going to have some file operation. The first file operation is, we are going to open a file, and we want to know what is that, or what is what we want to write. All the things we can just handle here, and we can close the file once after utilizing it, or what is there in the file. We can just have a read, that is a viewing option, and here we can make a write operation. A write operation is in the sense as, of course, here we have two more functionalities. Yes, one, we can overwrite it, or we can add up, that is update in the sense we can append to the last. Okay, so these are all the things we are just going to do. And first of all, let me just take a text data, and then we are just going to process, and further we go with some other different file structures. Okay, moving on to the coding, dear friends. So here, kindly just observe how we are going to make use of this file functionality. Okay, there is exactly a built-in functions is available to open the file. And how we have to open is in the sense, kindly just observe. Yes, we are just going to open it by parenthesis, and observe here we are going to provide the name of the file here. Oh, is only the name of the file is sufficient? No, dear friends, actually here we are going to give few extra parameters. What are all the things? Yes, of course, the one is about the file, that is the name of the file, and second, the mode, how you want to handle the exact file. Okay, and here there are few of the modes available, dear friends. So kindly just observe here. So these are the exact modes where you can read the data, and of course here reading is the default. Okay, and going towards the text data, and here binary format, you can just create it, and here we are having an RB mode, that is this exact mode. It is all about, yes, of course, it is a read format of a binary file. And when coming towards this R plus, not only reading, you are also able to do one more operation, that is other than the reading also, you can add upon. And what about RB plus? Exactly, dear friends, it is what? Reading a binary file, and you can also have the other operations as like writing. Here few more things are there. I just let you know how this happens. So kindly just observe, dear friends, we are having two main part of files. One is text file, this is the default, and another one, it is the binary. This one actually mostly used in image or image files, like that, image format files. And here, when on just coming towards this text file, kindly observe one thing, dear friends, this exact text file you can read, you can write, and you can append. And furthermore, yes, read plus, W plus, and append plus. Okay, so main thing, it is related towards read, and furthermore you can just make some more operations also. That is what here it is specified. And towards the thing, kindly just observe here, we are also having the same thing for the binary format. Yeah, here it is read binary, write a binary file, and append a binary file. And here read binary plus, write binary plus, append binary plus. Okay, so this is not actually, it is not going to this exact print, it is not going to print the content. Actually, it just print only about the file handling process. In such a case, kindly observe one thing. In such a case, yes, dear friends, here what we are going to happen is, I'm just giving this execution. So here, observe one thing, dear friends. This one, what we have, the name of the file, okay, it is all about Ajay.txt, okay, and here the mode it is specified is R, that is read mode, and we didn't provide any mode here specifically. We didn't provide any mode. Rather than, kindly observe the encoding here, it is specified as like CP1252. What this specified? Yes, of course, my system, it is a Windows. So here the encoding, it is defaultly provided as like CP1252. Okay, you can just think whether we can just change over to another. Yes, of course, you can have it, or you can specifically provide it. Rather than that, if you want to open it into a new one. Okay, now let I just give F2 is equal to, let I just open the same thing, and here the same Ajay.txt I just provided here. And what is the mode? Let me just provide R or whatever be, and let I just give encoding is equal to, okay, UTF-8. So now let I just print about this F2. It is all about the F2. So kindly just observe what this is happening. Yes. So towards the same, this exact encoding, it is all about UTF-8. Okay, so you have opened the file, and defaultly it is read, and you can also open it for write operation or append operation. And here we are making use of a text file. Of course, you can use any other files also, dear friends. Okay, now moving on to the next one. Kindly just observe to the closing. So when we are performing some operations on a file, of course, here I have already specified, we need to properly close the file. So closing a file will free up the resource and that were tied with the file. So yes, of course, you have to specify the file handler which you are using it. See here, this is what the file handler, F1 and F2. Of course, here I have just given two different variables to handle the same file. But even though, yes, you have to separately close both the file handler. Okay, so let I just provide here one thing, dear friends, F1 dot close. So this is the exact operation to close the file. Okay, now it is done. And for your information, I didn't close the F2. Okay, so the F2 handler, the file handler F2, it's not yet closed. But anyhow, kindly just let me know. I want to discuss some more file object attributes. So here we are having three different file object attributes is there. That is whether we want to check, okay, whether the file is closed or not, or what is the mode when it is open, or what is the name of the file. which this exact file handling is happening. So in such a case, yeah, we can just check. So observe, dear friend, here I want to check F2 dot whether it is closed or not. And here I want to add up one more thing, dear friend. This exact closed, okay, this exact closed mode, it just return me a boolean whether it is true or false, whether it is a true or false. So kindly just observe this exact F2 handler, it is not closed previously. One and only thing, the F1 has been closed. So let me just check whether it is closed. No, it is not. So I'm just going to have as like false. Okay, if you want to check for F1, so whether it is closed or not, of course it is closed, so I just get true. Okay, what is the mode when we opened the file F1? So here, kindly just observe one thing, both the files are closed now. Okay, both the files are closed. So if I just specify F1 dot mode, yeah, here I just get R. That is, I opened this file in the format of read mode to perform a process of operations of read mode. Okay, and what is the name of the file which I just handled? So yes, of course, the third attribute is name. And what we just get? Ajay.text. Okay, so these are the three attributes which we can just perform. Okay, now next, moving on to writing to files in Python. Of course, actually what I have done previously, I just opened a file and opened a text file and just given some text here. I saved it. This is manually I just done. And here I am just doing the operations. But when on making towards the file and towards the file operation, kindly just observe, dear friend, we have to use the function. The exact function is write function. And towards this, we have an exclusive X mode. It's also there. If it is already existing, yeah, you want to write it in the new, yeah, it just create a new mode when on creating it as a for a writing. And of course, here I need to add up one more thing, dear friend. Yes, if you want to write anything, yeah, first of all, you have to open. Okay, so actually both the files are now it is closed, but anyhow, you have to provide like this, write and to the function, and whatever you want to write, you can just provide it. This is the exact operation. But now what I'm just going to do is, let me open this file by using a with operation. Actually, what is this with operation is doing here? What is the exact purpose of using this with? I just let you know, dear friends. So here with open, I'm just going to provide if the same file, if you want, yeah, you can just make use of it, or else you can just go for one more Ajay1.txt. Let I just give this a new file. Okay, and here I'm just going to give the write mode. And observe one thing, dear friends, yes, for providing this write mode, you no need to provide mode is equal to W. You no need to provide, just directly the second attribute. And if you want to provide the encoding, yeah, you can just provide as like encoding is equal to, of course, if you want to change towards UTF-8, or if you want to keep your own default as like a CP1252, it's up to you, dear friends. And what about file handler? Of course, till now we didn't provide any file handler. Yes, here by using this with open syntax, yeah, the exact file handler would comes to the last. So this is what my file handler. Okay, what is the main use of this? Kindly observe here, dear friends. If I just put colon and here on entering, on clicking onto the enter key, this indentation happens. So whatever I need to make use of this write operation, yeah, everything, whichever I just finish it, once I execute, kindly you just see one surprise here. Before that, let I just make some writing operation. This is an another file. Okay, I'm just making this and I'm just going to give a /n. What is the /n? Okay, actually this /n is all about a new line. Actually it is a escape sequence. It was specified as like a escape sequence. So by manually you are just providing a /n to live, just to go for the next line. Okay, and here again I'm just making it for right, and this is the second line, and here again I'm just going to give /n, and kindly observe f3 dot right and final line, and here I'm not going to give the /n. Kindly observe what is going to happen, and here to the surprise which I just already specified now. So what it is when on executing this, if you use this with command to open the file and providing the file handler to the last, what happens is, kindly observe, this file handler would automatically close. That is, it is forced to close once on execution. And here, before going on to the write operation, kindly observe what happened to this closed, whether it is closed or not. Yes, of course it is closed. So this happens. Okay, so yes, so that is what usually when we just make use of write operation, yeah, we are getting a permission to write a file. And in such a case, if we open and write it, yeah, purposely we have to forcefully close it. So in such a case, yeah, we can use this with, and it is recommended. Okay, now of course we have created a new file, Ajay1. So let I just search here. Yeah, Ajay1 is there, and I just click on, yeah, this is another file. This is the second line and final line. So this is what we have created previously. And one second, dear friends, kindly just check for the cursor. Here our cursor, it is in the last line, that is last character. Okay, now I'm just going to make the same operation right again to this particular already existing file. Okay, so now kindly observe, let we just have this, and again I'm just making it. Okay, so here what happens if I just make this, observe, this is what the exact file, this is what the exact file. So let I just give something content. Okay, file is in write mode. This file is opened again for the second operation. Okay, so this is what my count. So first of all, before executing, kindly just have a look onto this. What we have, this is another file, this is the second line, final line. Okay, I just close this. Okay, now let I execute this. Let I execute this, and before executing, again I just specifying, here we are having a /n, that is a new line I have just specified, so automatically the cursor goes to the next line. Okay, so let I execute this. Done. And here I just go and give a refresh, and let me just have this. So what happened? It is overwritten. It is overwritten. So actually when you just give the same exact write operation to the same file, yeah, it would be overwritten. Okay, if you want to keep the same data as it is, and whatever the data you are going to enter or you are going to add up, if it is also that also to be included, of course, dear friend, you have to provide append rather than writing. Yeah, you have to provide append. Okay, so let I just have the same thing, and let me give just one and only thing. Instead of W, I'm just going to give A. So what happens? Yes, of course, dear friends, it would be appended. First of all, two things I have to specify. First of all, yes, of course, here we have provided the slash n. So whatever we just provide here, yeah, it would be written, that is appended to the next line 1. And second, kindly just see here, we are making use of the same file handler. It is not a problem if you want to give some other file handler also. Yes, it is not an issue. Okay, now let I execute it. And first of all, I close this and I just make a small refresh here and let me open it now. So observe, as I have given okay, so my cursor gone to here to this next line, and whatever we specified, yeah, now it has been appended. So this is how you can make use of the files and files handling. Okay, now let me do the reading operation. So what this reading operation happens is, dear friends, actually the main part of this is, yeah, reading the file. So reading the file, yeah, it is not going to make much more functionality rather than the things. Here we are going to have one more positional functionality. Before that, first of all, let me open the file which it is already existing. So let I just give F4 equal to, first of all, open. Yeah, you can also open it by using the with open. It is not a problem. Here I'm just specifying as like Ajay1.text. This is what my text file, and I'm just going to provide its read. Okay. Previously, we just provided like this as F4, where this gives us the resultant of about the F4, not the content of the F4. That is the file Ajay1, what it happens, what it handling, or what it has, the content. Of course, it is not going to be printed, rather than it is all about the information of this file. So if I just want to know what it is, yeah, what is inside the content, of course, I have to specify the read operation. Okay, this read operation, if I just specified, yeah, it would be read and it would be handled in the F4 first of all. And here let me just have it towards the print functionality. So here kindly just observe, again we are making it F4 only, we are not reading the content. So what we have to specify is, rather making it, let I just give us like a variable text, and that has to be printed. That has to be printed. So now observe what it happens. So what is the exact content inside the file has been displayed here. To just show it and to want to make information, I just done it. And of course it has been done. It has been read fully. The content has been read fully. And if you want to read it again, of course, the one thing is, of course, the position of the cursor now, it would be in the last. Last is in the sense, of course, yeah, it has read all the content, so it's ended. And even though if you provide, of course, this exact file, it is not at closed. So here, if I just specify read, of course, it won't give anything because the last cursor, it is read already. Okay, now I just want to go to any position. Yeah, I just want to go to know previous things or to know anything. Yeah, first of all, I just make it is in the sense as like first close it. Okay, so to this close, what happens? Yes, exactly, dear friends. 1 second. Okay, so kindly just observe towards this. What we are just going to do is, first of all, let me just close it. Okay, now again, I'm just going to open. Observe F5. Let I just give F5. Okay, and I just open the same. Before reading, I just want to give only this. Okay, I just open it with F5. Okay, now observe, dear friend, here if I just provide F5 dot read only 5 characters. So it just reads only the 5 characters from the beginning, that is THIS and a space. Of course, space is also included. And furthermore, if I just provide again F5 dot read some 10 or 19, further after 19 characters, it would read again. So now this exact position would just goes on, that is the cursor's position, it just goes on till the end of the content, that is end of the file. And once if we just reach the end of the file, yeah, even if you just provide the read, of course we just get empty only. Now, this is the exact purpose to close the file once you finish the process. So background, into the background of the system, yes, if it is open, yeah, it occupies the memory space and of course it would be active. So each and every time it just knocks the memory that as the file is open, and of course, do you want to do any operations or do you want to do any activity like that? And now I just let you know one, dear friends, if you want to go for a particular, if you want to move the exact cursor to a particular position, yeah, there is a two main option is there, that is where the exact position is there, or do you want to go to any particular position, that is one is tell and second one is seek. Okay, now of course you can observe one thing. Let I just scroll up. So first of all, you have read 5 position and after that you have read 19. So combinedly you just get 24 and the cursor currently it would be in the 24. So if you want to know where it is, F5 dot tell. So observe, I'm in 24th position. My cursor here, it is in 24th place. Okay, now if you want to go towards the first content, yes, you can use F5 dot seek and you can specify 0. So once if it is done, yeah, your position, your cursor position would just moves on, and here you can again provide that F5 dot read. If you specified here without any providing any particular number of character, of course, if you just provide the empty, yeah, here it's just going to read all the position, that is all the content. And here the exact content is like here, like this only. So it would be in the sequence. If you want to make it in a justified manner, or if you want to view or display as it is towards this content, of course, what you have to do, you have to make use of this print and then you have to provide F5 dot read. If you specify like this, sorry. So you have to specify this. Of course, now the position is 0, na? Okay, understood. Okay, so here let I just go for the seek to the 0. Okay, and let I just give exact. So yeah. Again, I have to just go for seek. So first point cursor, it just moved on and again, it just read all the content. Yeah, dear friends, you can also make use of this one line by line also. You can just here use it. So here, if I just provide, now I'm just switching my cursor to the 0 and here I'm just going to give F5 dot read line. So this can also be done read line one by one. So if you just specified read line as function, so it just reads the first line. The first line alone would get read. Okay, this is also can be used and you can just read one by one. That is also, it is possible. So this is what, dear friends, how you can just make use of the operations as like, yeah, I just scroll above. So yeah, you can open a file. Okay, and next we made use of the close function and we close the file. And next, yeah, we have made use of with operation and we have used the writing a file, and of course add upon towards the appending the file also we discussed. Last but not least, we have discussed about reading the file, and towards this reading the file, yeah, we used two particular operation as like seek and tell to know where the cursor position is there in the file. Okay, so that we have done. Okay, now here are the main file methods. Okay, so various methods that is available. So to have as like a close or detach, or how many file numbers are there, and it just returns integer value. And yeah, kindly just observe, dear friends, that is read or readable, and the read lines, of course we have used the read lines also, and this is seek or seekable. And yeah, we have discussed about this tell to know where the exact file location is there. And dear friends, we have used this write and operations to write the exact string, and you can also check whether it is writable or not, which it just returns the boolean. And last but not least, you can also write one by one, that is line by line, you can just specify. Okay, now moving on to the one deleting a file. Dear friends, here I just want to specify one thing. See, when you delete a file, it is actually an important data you are deleting. So for that, what you have to do, just of course it would be stored, or it would be done by using the operating system, that is OS model. Okay, by using that you have to make use of it. And kindly just observe, I'm just going to import OS, and with the functionality, yes, easily we can just do a remove operation, that's it. Okay, and I can just give a remove. And what is the file do you want to, as of course we have some two files is there, which we have just written currently, that is Ajay1 and Ajay.txt. Okay, so let I just give Ajay1.txt. What happens? Just a simple thing. Of course, once on executing, it would be okay. What happened? Okay, the file is open. Okay, so yeah, now let I just done it. The process cannot access because it is being used by another. Of course it is done, I have closed it. Okay, now let I just give it again. Okay, oh, it is not closed. Okay, sorry, previously it is not closed. So first of all, I just close this. So see here how many problems or issues comes here. Okay, now let me just make use of it. So here it just Ajay.text, it is deleted, that is it is removed. Okay, actually this is not advisable, dear friends. Why it is not advisable is in the sense, dear friends, actually whenever you just make use of this particular functionality, kindly you have to make a force, or don't make it as like a forceful. So it will if you just make a file or deletion, first of all it just checks for the current directory only. Okay, so it should not make a wrong deletion. If you want to delete a particular file, kindly just provide it to the path. Okay, so now let I just give a path here. Okay, so of course I just have this towards the path. Okay, so let I just make if os dot path, that is, one second, if os dot path, that is exist, and I'm just going to give this one. And one second, dear friends, it is here. I just okay, so this is what, and here I'm just going to provide that Ajay1.text. And for your information, dear friends, it is already deleted. Okay, it is already deleted. And second one, kindly just be aware what is the exact it is actually not a backslash, it is a forward slash. Okay, it is not a backslash, it is a forward slash. So kindly just be aware about this path. And what it is, if it is exist, now kindly just provide os dot remove. And which one do you want to remove? Yeah, what is the file which I have just specified? Yeah, kindly. Okay. And of course, here I just have to give the correct path C and colon. Yeah, this is the exact thing I have to just specify. Okay, so I have to specify like this. Okay, next, else print the file does not exist. Of course, it is already deleted, so we are just going to get the file does not exist. So anyhow, kindly just make use of this operation when you are removing. And I just repeatedly specify, dear friends, the data, it is very much important. So when you are using this delete method, kindly just provide the path and then make use of the deletion. Okay, now I'm just going to move with different types of files. Okay, the first of all, the main file, it is all about text extensions. Okay, so here, of course, currently we used everything in the text functionalities only. Okay, so in that manner, yes, file with txt, yeah, we have opened it, we have closed it, and of course we have written something, and we have utilized some operations. Okay, so let me just jump on towards the JSON. Okay, what is a JSON? Yeah, exactly, JSON, it is a JavaScript object notation, and yeah, actually it is a stringified data. Okay, now how I have to make use of it? Of course, we are just learning Python. If a few are not aware about this Java or JavaScript, one simple things I just specify, dear friend. Whenever you are going to make use of a dictionary, if I think you are all known about the Python dictionary, of course, that exact Python dictionary, if you just provide it as like a document string, that is what JSON. Okay, simply I just specify one thing. This is a dictionary. Okay, so here I'm just going to give you a dictionary data. So first of all, let I just give name. Okay, and here I just specify Ajanta. Okay, and here let I just make it country. Here it is India. Okay, now let me just give some more. Okay, skills. Okay, here I just provide it in the list functionality. Okay, Python. Okay, let I just make it everything in a double quotes. Okay, so these are all the things. Kindly just observe, dear friend. Here we are providing this as a dictionary. Okay, so I just execute this. Now, what is the type of this variable? What is the type of this variable? Of course, it is a dictionary. Okay, so this is a dictionary. Okay, to this dictionary, kindly just observe, dear friend. What I'm just going to make it is, if this exact dictionary, I just copy, and here JS1, if you provide the same thing inside a doc string, of course it is what JSON. That's it. So this is what a JSON file. Okay, now kindly just make use of this. So in such a case, if you want to, if you didn't handle anything, yeah, nothing much more, any Java or JavaScript, it is not much more tough. Okay, so just a stringified functionality where if you are aware about the Python dictionary, of course, it is easy to understand this JavaScript object notation file. Okay, now, okay, you are going to handle a JSON file. and of course you don't know how to handle or any other thing. Okay, let me just receive the JSON file, and if you want to convert it into a directory, or sorry, dictionary, and then if you want to work it, yeah, here I just specify a simple thing. Now what it is, there is a JSON file. What it is, yeah, let we have, this is the JSON_1. This is our JSON file. Okay, and to this JSON file, I want to convert it into a dictionary. Okay, so first of all, to handle a JSON file, let I just import JSON. Okay, and let this JSON, I want to convert it into a dictionary. Okay, so kindly just observe person_dic. Let I just make it a differentiate as like dic1. Okay, now observe, dear friend, this exact JSON I want to load as dictionary. So which one I want to know? I want to have this exact JSON file to be converted. And observe, I'm going to print this dictionary. Observe how it is. Oh, I just got an error. Okay, what it is it is all about JSON is not defined. One second, dear friends, one second. Okay, so the name JSON loads, I have imported, of course, so here there is no issue. One second, dear friends, I just check here. Okay, this exact name, it is not defined. Okay, let me just give it a different one. Okay, so I just want to provide it in a different manner. Okay, so that is what. Okay, let I give this again. Okay, now let me check. Yeah, here we have. Okay, so this one we have provided. Okay, so how this happening? Kindly just observe this exact JSON one. Now it is converted to dictionary. And do you want to know what it is, sir? Of course. So let me just have this and check. This is a type of a dictionary. Okay. So now I want to have some changes. I want to include something. So let I do some changes. Okay, so dictionary, here I want to give age, and I'm just making it 90. Let I execute it. Sorry, I just make this is equal to 90. Okay, now I want to check my updated dictionary. Okay, so here this is what my updated dictionary. Now, what is the exact task? Of course, this exact dictionary, now you have to convert to the JSON, and then you have to transfer to the functionality or to the others, or to the exact client or any other thing. Okay, so how this has to be done? Of course, kindly observe. So here it is a very simple task, that one simple thing, that is PRJS_2. This is what the JSON, and you want to load the dictionary. That is, you want to convert this exact dictionary to this. So observe, what I'm just going to do is JSON.dumps. Okay, and what you want to give? Of course, I just want to convert this dictionary to the JSON. And one more thing, dear friends, here I have to add up one more attribute, that is indent. And what it is? Yeah, here there are few options for this indent. Yeah, you can have 2 or 4 or 8. And this is just to make a beautification of the appearance. Okay, if I just provide here as like 4, kindly just observe. Here I'm just providing the 4. And if you want to have the print of this one, JSON2. So observe. So this is how it is, very much easy. Okay, do you want to change something, an indentation? Yeah, kindly just observe. I'm just giving 8. So this tab, it just moves a large. So again I execute. So see here, of course it's Moodle. bit. Okay, so moved one more indentation. So that is what here. Okay, now anyhow, this exact dictionary, now it is converted, changed to JSON. But if the client is asking, no, I just need the JSON file, the format should be in the JSON file. Okay, now let me do one more functionality to save it as a JSON file. How what? To save it as a JSON file. Yeah, here we are going to have it. So observe, dear friend, a single line, just one thing. So with open, I want to open a JSON file, and kindly just observe here we don't have any JSON files. Okay, so we don't have any JSON files here. So let I just create a JSON file. Today it is our data, and I just give 22_05. Okay, and this is a JSON file, so I have to give JSON extension, and kindly just observe here it is the write mode. And do you want to make any append in? Okay, of course you can just append if it is already existed. Okay, but here we are making a new file, and here it is a write mode. And yeah, you can also provide encoding. Yeah, if it is UTF-8, yeah, you can use it, or purposely you can just go with your default CP1252, that is for Windows. Okay, now I just want to provide a file handler. So let I just give F1 or F6, let me just provide. Okay, now what do you want to do? I want to save this exact data. Which data? Here we have provided. So this exact data, which is already here. This exact data, I want to write it on a file, and I have to store it in a JSON format. And kindly observe, dear friend. So let we make use of it. So first of all, JSON.dump. And I scroll above and just to show you a small difference. So if you want to convert it into a JSON format, you have to provide it here as like dumps. Okay, but you want to create a file with a JSON, dump it is sufficient, and that is the exact function. And here you have to give the dictionary data. And which dictionary data do you want to convert? Okay, here we have. So this is what? Dictionary. So let I just provide the same dictionary. And second parameter is all about this file handler. So it is F6. Okay, and third one, of course, it is indent. And obviously, which I have already specified, yeah, you can just provide 2 or 4 or 8. Of course, let me just provide a 4 for an example, and kindly observe. Okay, here I just make a small refresh. And let me observe. Yeah, here we go. So data 22.5, and this is what the exact data. So we are created a JSON file, and we provided our data here. So which is in a dictionary format, and we provided here. Got it? Okay. Now let me just make use of the other one. So kindly just observe, dear friends, here we have a CSV file. Okay, and this is exactly one of the CSV file. And I am having, so of course this exact CSV, it is a comma separated variable. Okay, and this exact comma separated values, each and everything, see actually these values whichever we are having, yeah, it is usually stored in a tabular data as like a spreadsheet or a database. Okay, so this comma separated values, yes, it is a simple format used commonly, mainly in to handle the data. Okay, now kindly observe the first one, the first line, it is all about a heading. That is the header, the column header. And the next 3 lines is all about the data. So first of all, let me just read the CSV file, that is comma separated values. Okay, let me just read it, and separate the heading, that is header, and to that of data, and we just give some format. Okay, so let me just make use of some format and we work on to that. Okay, so here I just go with this. Okay, so for making use of that, let me use CSV, one thing. And second, of course, within usual, let me have a CSV file, and the name of the file, it is CSV example. I just copy here and I just make a page, and let me just provide the as file handler. Okay, this is our file handler. Okay, now second, I just want to make this CSV file, this file to be handled with a reader. So here I'm just going to create a variable to read it, and what I'm just going to use it CSV.reader. And to this reader, I'm just going to give two main parameter. One is this file handler, and second, as it is a CSV comma separated value, of course I have to specify the delimiter which it is separated with, and here it is separated with a comma. Okay, now let me just have a small calculation. So I just need to have a line count. How many lines are there? Let I initiate with 0. Okay, and let we read one by one. What it is? Yeah, we are just going to read one by one, that is row by row with the reader. Okay, so for this, let I make use of a loop, iterative loop. Okay, CSV underscore read. Okay, and as I have already specified, the first line, it is the header. So if my line count is equal to 0, what it is? Yes, I have to print it as like a header. So kindly just observe. So this is what my column, one second, column that names are, which is provided as like this. And let me just take everything. Of course, here we are reading it with a delimiter, but it is already, so with the delimiter, it would be separated as like a data 0, data 1, data 2, like that it would be readed. Okay, that is row 0, 0 of 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Okay, so now I just want to combine it. So let me just combine it with any of the format. Okay, so here you can just provide comma, or you can just make it as a colon, or let I just give something as like a symbol. Okay, so this is just a header, and I just want to join all the functionality which is ever in the row, and let I just finish it with this. Okay, so this is how the header has. Once after header is read, of course, here we have to purposely and forcefully, we have to increase our count. Okay, so kindly just be aware of that also. Now, okay, the first line is read. What about next one? Even if it is not, then yeah, we have to print the other functionality, what we are having. Kindly just observe, dear friend, we are having this is as like a row by row. This is row, one by one it is there. So first of all, it just takes this exact data. And in such a case, what we have to do, this is 0 index, 1 index, second index, and the third index. Okay, so in such a case, what we have to do, yes, each and everything, I'm just going to extract it, and I want to give you a format. Yes, let me just give a format. So kindly just let me make use of, this is the row of 0, and this is row of 1 and row of 2. Okay, so here in such a case, first of all, I'm just going to have a row of 0. Okay, this is row of 0. Let I give us like a report. Is a mentor. Okay, lives in. Okay, lives in where? So let I just give something as like a placeholder for row 1 comma one more placeholder, 1 second, and row 2. Now one thing observe, dear friends, here what I have to do is row 0, of course, here the name it would be specified. Actually, the format it would be as like city and then only the country comes. Okay, city and then the country comes. Of course, here city and country. So here it would be 2 and then 1. Okay, so let me just have this exact format. Okay, so this is what the correct. Okay, and next, of course, towards the default, line count has to be incremented. So this is how. Now let me just execute. Okay, I have an error. Okay. Okay, so what happens? Okay, so as this exact CSV, we have only 3 lines. Okay, only 3 lines. So this exact Ajanta is a mentor, lives in Chennai, India. Milan is a mentor, lives in London, England. So this is how each and everything it happens. And you can also extend some more. How we can just extend? Of course, if we are having further, if you are having one more column as like a gender. Okay, gender, that can also be, you can include as like, if gender is equal to female, then how come you can, okay, Ajanta is a mentor, she lives in, and you can just specify it. Else, if the gender it is male, yeah, you can just specify, yeah, this is row 0 is a mentor and he lives in. So this can also be further. So see, actually you want to extract the data from the CSV and you want to give something, or you want to print something, or you want to generate a report like that. So that you can, it will be possible. Okay, and if you want to know how many lines or any other thing, yeah, that also can, let me just make use of it, and let I just give to the last. Okay, so here print, and let I just give number of lines. Okay, so this is how number of lines, what I'm just going to give, yeah, with a placeholder. This placeholder has to be inside. Okay, so here it is the placeholder, and let I just give line count. Okay, so let me execute. I just remove this comma. Okay, now kindly observe. Oh God. Okay, actually here it is a file. So totally we have 4 lines. Inclusion of counting of the header. Kindly observe. Inclusion of header. Okay, yes dear friends, last but not least, let me just have an Excel file. So kindly just observe, here we have an Excel file, and of course it is not able to view here, and in such a case, I just want to know how many sheets are there. And one more thing dear friends, if you want to make use of that Excel list, yes, you have to provide this import, and one thing, import XLRD. Okay, this is what, and let me just, yeah, I just give this the same thing and make use of the file. Okay, so this is what the file, and I just use it here. Okay, now let me just know how many sheets are there. Okay, 1 second, here I just made it. Okay, how many sheets are there? Of course, in that Excel, there are 3 sheets is there. And yeah, dear friends, we can make use of each and every sheet or sheet name, and you can also provide that what is there in the sheet. You can extract it and you can make use of the functionality. I think so this exact session would be very useful, how to handle this file and how to make use of the file. Yeah, if you like this, kindly just put a like and share the exact file link of this channel to whoever it is needed. Okay, yeah, see you in the next session dear friends. Thank you and happy learning.